Ever wondered how billionaires slip past airports, paparazzi, and the public without a single person spotting them? From private jets to armored convoys, the ultra-rich travel with an unprecedented level of secrecy, luxury, and security that most of us can only imagine. Taylor Swift's presidential level. Travel security. Taylor! And here's where it gets insane. Taylor Swift doesn't just travel. She transforms every city she visits into a temporary fortress. She has spent over $30 million on securing her privacy, and it shows. Around her, 20 elite bodyguards work 24/7, plus 60 more on call, ready to step in if things go sideways. And these aren't just random hires. They fly with her on private jets, guarding her like she's carrying the crown jewels. She keeps it tight, too. Everyone on her team communicates only via walkie-talkies to avoid any chance of recorded calls. Venues and surrounding buildings cleared and vetted days before she even touches down. Decoy limos are everywhere, and in some cases, entire no-fly zones are enforced around her location. That's presidential-level privacy for someone who makes high-budget ukulele girl music. And it gets even wilder. FAA legislation was literally changed to protect private jet information because of her. So, next time you see a private jet take off in secrecy, Taylor's team might just be behind it. What would you do if you had that kind of security following you everywhere? 2. Drake's secretive travel style. Now, if Taylor's travel sounds like a fortress, Drake's is more like a secret bat cave. The guy avoids public exposure at every step. At airports, he uses an exclusive private terminal for his private Boeing 767, known as Air Drake. Sure, the jet itself is easy to spot, but thanks to Delta's VIP Select program, he slips past everyone anyway. Picture this: curbside check-in, escorted through a literal tunnel, then whisked off to his plane in a discreet shuttle. No lines, no crowds, no awkward selfies, just him disappearing into the sky. And it's not just about convenience. Drake minimizes contact to avoid paparazzi and the public, even when meeting up with other celebrities like Millie Bobby Brown. This is the kind of travel most of us can't even imagine. What would you do if you had your own private terminal just to skip airport chaos? 3. Jeff Bezos' multi-layered security in travel. And just when you thought privacy couldn't get crazier, Jeff Bezos takes it to a whole new level. The guy doesn't just have bodyguards. He has a fleet of robots protecting him at all times. Yeah, actual robots. He's got options too. 4 private jets and 2 helicopters, all ready to launch from private terminals and hangars scattered across the country. That means he can literally drive onto a runway and take off in minutes. And if that's not enough, there's 24/7 drone surveillance keeping an eye on any potential threats, because why leave anything to chance? And let's not forget the yacht, a $500 million floating palace that he and his supermodel girlfriend spend months on each year. When Bezos wants to go completely off the radar, tracking can be turned off and poof, he's invisible on maps. Vacations? Business trips? It all happens off the grid, away from prying eyes. 4. Mukesh Ambani, India's ultra-private billionaire traveler. Now, let's talk about India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani. The guy travels like a private island just flew onto wheels. He flies a Boeing 737 remodeled in Switzerland into a literal 7-star hotel in the sky. We're talking a full bar, a master bedroom, a suite bathroom, an executive office, and lounge space where you could host a business meeting, family reunion, and birthday party all at once. He also keeps a Bombardier Global 6000 and an Airbus A319 in the mix, just in case he wants a change of scenery. On the ground, it's a spectacle. A 16-car convoy with decoy vehicles, Land Rovers, Range Rover Vogues, BMW X5s, armored BMW 7 Series, Rolls-Royces, Maybachs, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and even Bentleys. Every single car is bulletproof, ready for anything. And when it comes to resorts, he doesn't just pick any hotel. Switzerland's Bergen's Resort, Maldives' Sona Secret, places designed for extreme privacy. Security isn't messing around either. 55 NSG commandos trained in MMA, armed with MP5s, roll with him constantly. Mukesh loves to travel, but privacy is king. Everywhere he goes, it's like stepping into an invisible fortress. 5. Mark Zuckerberg's off-grid travel. And then there's Mark Zuckerberg. The guy takes privacy to almost sci-fi levels. He's so paranoid that his homes are fully AI-controlled, with bulletproof windows and elite bodyguards stationed everywhere. 5 residences, all under 24/7 protection. No exceptions. When he travels, it's not just a flight, it's a full-on operation. He hops on his Gulfstream G650, and his security team is always right there, mapping routes and monitoring threats. At airports, he doesn't sit with the masses. He gets VIP treatment like the Windsor Suite at Heathrow, complete with a butler, unlimited Dom Perignon, and Michelin-starred meals. And he's smart about destinations. While everyone flocks to Hawaii, Zuckerberg sometimes disappears to places like Vietnam, where Facebook is banned, so he can move around completely under the radar. Privacy isn't optional. It's the whole point. 6. Elon Musk's stealth travel. Now, Elon Musk has his own weirdly brilliant system. He travels under the codename Voyager, keeping people guessing about his exact location. Up to 20 bodyguards accompany him, some armed, some medically trained, mapping escape routes 24/7. Cities literally get mapped for every building, every street, and sometimes even secret tunnels. Flights? Private. He can go around the world twice in a single day, and no one knows it. Hotels? Exclusive and almost impossible to access for normal people, like Cheval Blanc in Saint-Tropez, with only 30 rooms for total privacy. And yachts? He'll just hop on one to get to dinner without being seen. Elon doesn't just hide, he lives a private adventure. Clubs, VIP experiences, even underground fetish clubs in Berlin. He moves like he's invisible. And honestly, with that team backing him, he basically is. 7. Kim Jong-un, the moving fortress. And if you thought Elon was extreme, meet Kim Jong-un. This guy refuses to fly and has only visited 5 countries since 2011. His travel? A 21-car armored train straight out of a Bond movie. Bulletproof, bomb-resistant, and loaded with weapons. Each car has a purpose: private office, bedroom, bathroom, dining, conference rooms, and even troop sleepers. The train is armed with anti-aircraft missiles and anti-tank weapons, and even has a helicopter on board in case of emergencies. He uses it not just for international trips, but to move between his own secretive houses like the Wands compound. His private properties are insane. Palaces, a private harbor, a $7 million yacht, a shooting range, a basketball court, and even a private train station. Security is obsessive. Guards take extreme precautions like monitoring his health ear closely to avoid leaks. Every move is calculated. It's travel turned into a fortress on wheels. 9. Donald Trump, secretive presidential travel. Trump, on the other hand, combines wealth with presidential-level secrecy. He owns a Boeing 757-200 dubbed Trump Force One, a flying penthouse with gold-plated interiors, leather seats, a private dining room, a guest room, a shower, and a master bedroom. From the outside, it might look like a normal plane, but inside, pure opulence. When he travels, the Secret Service goes all out. Operation Ghost Flight uses decoy planes to hide which one he's actually on. On the ground, convoys include bomb-proof limos and decoy vehicles, all advancing under precise coordination. Locations and houses are scouted in advance, rooftops cleared, nearby buildings monitored, and counter-sniper teams deployed. Even his inauguration was moved indoors initially, officially for weather, but really for security. With Trump, travel secrecy isn't optional. It's standard operating procedure. Between decoy planes, military-style convoys, and months of preparation, he essentially turns every trip into a tactical operation. Compared to him, even most world leaders look exposed. The ultra-rich travel in ways most people can only dream of: armored vehicles, private jets, secret terminals, decoys, and bodyguards. Extreme privacy and secrecy define every move, turning even the simplest trip into a spectacle of security, technology, and absurdly luxurious ingenuity. Imagine trying to keep up with that world.